Hello YouTube, I'm back. So now I've done everything. I've put all the pieces together and stuff. And now I'm going to tell you guys about the smaller feathers, like this. Itty bitty small one. Okay? You cannot put a huge one on there. So we're going to use the smaller one. These ones are really small. They look like that. Same ones, but really small. So we're gonna use those for the smaller earrings. So I'm gonna show you guys how to use the small ones. They're exactly the same how to use the big ones, but just in case you don't know, you stick it in there just like that, just like normal, like we did before. Hold on, I gotta turn that around. Stick it in there. You place the feather on top, and then you close it together. And there you have it. There you go. Same one. So now we're gonna get started on how to put the feathers onto the chain. Now this process is the easiest for me, but maybe not for somebody else. So before we put the thing onto the chain, we're gonna need jump rings because you have to open it some way to get it on there. I have these silver jump rings, and I have like a metal kind of bronze color. They're both the same color. They come in smaller, but I kind of ran out of the small one, so I'm just going to use the next smallest they have. So now I'm going to show you how to use these jump rings. This is what they look like. They look like that. And this is how you use them. Hold on, let me get it out of my hand. Okay, here's the O-ring. And what you do is you're going to open it up just like this. Bam. Just like that. So now it's open. Here's what an open one looks like. And here's what a closed one looks like. Here's the open one. Here's the closed one. And here's the open one. Okay, so after you open it, you're going to take your feather that you have the little loop onto. Now you see that little loop in there? Oops, wrong one. After you take the loop, you're going to stick the O-ring inside. See how it just stuck the O-ring inside? And then you're going to close it back up. Close the O-ring back up. Now, if you already have your chain settled, we're going to go back to the chain now. You're going to take your earring hoops and you're going to go ahead and stick them on the top of your chain. That way you'll have something to hold on to, okay? So you do the earring hoop just the same way as you did the O-rings. This is what you're going to do. You're going to open it up. There should be like a little loop at the bottom. Open it up just like that. And then stick it inside the chain and close it back. Okay. So now if you don't have these, you can take them off a pair of old earrings that you don't wear anymore. You can take them off and put them on here. They don't have to be brand new hooks. Or you can, if you have a chain necklace, you can just take the chain from the necklace and use it, because I've done that before. And it comes out really, really good. Exactly the same, basically. But I just went ahead and bought this because I like to make a lot of them. But if it's just for a first time thing and you have some chains laying around here, you might just want to use that. But I have to buy my stuff and more because I actually sell these. So, well, anyways, this is what it looks like once you put it on there. And I just like, you don't have to put it on there right now, but I like to do it so I know from the top, from the bottom, you know. So that's why I like to do that. But then you put it on there just like that. Now, the feather that we put the O-ring on, I am going to put at the bottom. Okay? But first you want to put the this is how I like to do my earrings so they come out really pretty. You want to level the short earrings at the top, and then like the longer they are, the longer you put them to the bottom. So like if I put this one to the bottom, it's gonna make the earring even longer. You know what I'm saying? Or if you I like to do it like that because you can see all the feathers. So if you put the long one up here and then like you put a short one underneath it, you won't be able to see it. You know what I'm saying? So it will kind of be like a waste. But that's why I do that. And the earring that I showed you guys that I made, this is how I did this one. And you can clearly see that I put the short ones on the top, and then the longer they were, I put them on the bottom. And then it turned out like that. And here's the short ones at the top. So, okay, enough chit chat. Now we're going to finally get started on this and get everything done. Now the little small ones I'm going to put at the top. Just the fact because of the red. And the red, I didn't really put much red into this, so I'm just going to splash the red here and there in the earring. So we're going to do the same thing that we've been doing and take our O-ring, open it up, stick it into the hoop, and we're going to close it. Oh, when you don't close it yet because you want to put it onto the chain, and now I'm going to show you how to put it onto the chain. Here's my O-ring still opened up onto my earring, and I'm going to stick it at the top of my chain and close it back up. That way it's on there really good and it looks like this. So you guys, we're getting there. We're getting there. I know it's taking a while, but we're getting there. Okay, I don't like to finish the whole earring first and then do the next one. I like to do them both at the same time. So I'm going to take my other chain that I have, and I'm going to put the earring hoop on there because I did not do that yet. Now, during this process, like, you don't have to, if you get the hang of it, like, oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. If you know what I'm talking about, you don't have to keep watching. But if you're still kind of lost, you might want to keep watching, and maybe if you keep watching, it will be easier for you to understand, because I know that's how I am. I like to watch the whole video, you know. So, okay. Now, our next little earring, we have to put the small O-ring, the small little piece on there that goes on there really quick, because I didn't do this one. But I'm going to stick that one on there, and I'm going to close it just like we've been doing all the other ones. I find the little ones harder to close because they like to slip around and everything. So this might take a second, but yeah, I was just saying that you guys, if you still don't kind of understand, keep watching, and I will finish this whole process. I'm dropping stuff on the floor here, so let me get this up off the floor if I can find it, because it's so itsy tiny little that I can't find it. Darn it. I needed that. Okay, well, because I lost that one, I'm going to be showing you guys what the feathers are if you need to look up one more time and try to figure out what's going on while I try to look for this piece on the floor. Now, once again, I'm telling you guys that you can find all this stuff at any craft store. If you don't like to jump from Walmart to something else, you can just go to one big craft store. Now, I've just recently been into Hobby Lobby for the first time, so I can't really tell you much about them. I can tell you lots about Walmart, because everybody goes to Walmart. Not everybody goes into Michael's. I go in there a lot now. This is really ticking me off because it's not closing. What else? Oh, the colors. Now you want to coordinate the colors pretty good, because if you don't, you don't want to. You want to kind of mix the colors in there. You don't want to have all one color at the top and all one color at the base and all one color. Okay, you don't want to do that. Okay, so now I'm on my next chain. Now that I've got everything situated. Sorry about that big pause. You can kind of forward through that. Now we're gonna take our jump ring and we're gonna open that right up, like we've been doing. Open the jump ring just like that. Open it, and then you're going to stick it through that middle hoop, and then you're going to stick it onto the chain. Now let me show you how you can make sure every chain is on each earring is exactly the same. Okay, here's where we get difficult. You see the chain, how it has that one big one in the middle and small ones? That's what I count. I count 1, 2, 3, and then I put the third one on the third big one, and then I go 1, 2, 3, and then I put another feather on the third big one, just like that. And that's how I do it. If you like your feather earrings powered with nothing but feathers, you can put your feathers on every single one of the big hoops or every single chain, depending on how much feathers you have. All these feathers that I have, I might not end up using, but these are the two. Bam. Okay. Now, I have this red, but I'm not going to throw it in there. Two reds together. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this medium size, my medium size orange, and I'm going to put a jump ring in it. Now, here's another thing that you can do. Just like we put all the little piece on our feathers, at the same time you can go ahead and put all the jump rings on your earrings on your feathers at the same time. Okay, now I need you guys to pay attention. Here, let me move that feather out the way. Okay, the 3 big hoops. There's 1, 2, 3. The first one is taken, so I'm gonna skip one and go down to the next one and close it. Just like that. Make sure you close it tight because it will slip out if you don't close the O-ring. And if you don't believe that I'm doing this right, you can go ahead and look. You can go ahead and look at, go buy you a pair of earrings just like this, and then come back and watch the video. And then after you make your own, go back and look at the pair of earrings, and you will see they look exactly the same. Trust me, because I was shocked when I did the same thing and they came out exactly the same. Now, I'm closing up my jump ring. You don't really want to overlap the jump ring, because I've seen people's earrings like that where they overlap them. You just want to have them touch perfectly. Okay, so this is what the earring looks like so far. Just like that. Bam. So when I put it on, it will look so pretty. The lighting is kind of weird, but when I put it on, it will look really pretty, just like that. Okay. Now I'm going to do the same thing on my other earring, which is right here. I haven't put it on yet, so I'm going to make sure I take the same size one, which is the same size. Now, you might not find all the earrings the exact same size, so sometimes what I do is if they even look a little different, if they look similar, but the length is different, I kind of just cut it off. It will look like you cut it. It won't look like a natural feather if you don't cut it right. Now, while I'm doing this, you guys can, I have other videos on how to make regular feather earrings. If you don't like the long ones, I have them how to just make the short ones regular. And it's really simple. And this is what we have so far. And it looks just like that. Now I'm going to put the brown ones on. We're going to take, these are kind of short brown ones, and we're going to take them and we're going to open our jump ring just like that. And then we're going to stick it through the thing just like we've been doing. And we're going to measure. Like I said,